Hello, guys. It's Warren Meets Matt. I am really passionate about this mat. Okay, this is the What is this called?
This is the P-Works Industrial Ruins mat.
Industrial Ruins mat from P-Works. I'm telling you, some amount of passion has went into this mat. So, looking at it, first thing we have to do is check the resolution. The resolution is pretty damn good on this. So
Isn't it?
all of the individual rocks and everything are all very visible. I like the color palette. Let's try and get a big wide shot. I've stuck my nids on it. So I have. Any good mat in Warren Meets Matt needs me to slap my nids on top of it. All right. So this is it. This is nid month we're coming into now. So I have decorated this mat with my nids and some of the beautiful industrial terrain from Game Mat EU. So.
The coloration of the dirt going from like the light to the dark, but then to the rusted, to the sewage, to the metal work is actually, even just the subtle color differences where it's either thicker or darker on the different grades of metal, it's actually really nice.
Yeah.
Even and the cracks. Like, you're talking about resolution. Look at that. Where are you going? Come over. No. Can you get all the way over here? Is that too far? Look at that, Shil. That's really, really nice and smooth and crisp and clear.
Yeah,
all those things.
The good thing about it is it also looks natural, okay? Some gaming mats, when you roll them out,
it's repeated.
Well, it's not necessarily the repetition. They can sometimes have a distinctly unnatural look.
Yeah.
So by choosing the color palette correctly, you open yourself up to your miniatures look like they are standing on it.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't look like a. I'm not such a fan of the cartoony kind of a mats. I like this because of the realism, and there's a depth to it. The other thing that they very smartly did was they kept it all nice and low profile. And what I mean by that is they didn't put a graphic on it which represents something that should be here.
Yeah.
Everything, when you're looking down upon it, looks like it will blend with your terrain. Look at this bit here especially, right, where you have your hazard lines and things like that. You could plop anything there, vehicles or whatever, and it looks like it's supposed to be there. If it was something that was designed to have more depth than you can realistically imagine on a map,
it looks strange.
It starts to look strange. But I'm very pleased with the way that they have designed this mat. I think it's really cool.
It appeases my OCD really well because it has what I'm always looking for in game mats, which is kind of sections.
Yeah.
But none of the sections are the same. None of them are broken up. And I have this weird thing when I'm designing a mat and setting something up, but I kind of in my head start to break it up a little bit as I've done here. But with this one, it all kind of blends together.
Yes.
It both looks like it has road sections and kind of natural paths for you to flow on. But if you stick something over the top of any part of that, you're not restricted. Some of these kind of snowy mats you see, or even grassy mats that have roads that cut through them, it's almost like, well, you just can't put a building there.
Yes.
Or otherwise it's going to look really strange.
Yeah.
This one, I find, does both really nicely.
It gives you you're absolutely right. It gives you the ability to look at it and say, I see a general pattern here of where I could place my terrain to make it look in theme.
Yeah.
But it's not structured to the point where you couldn't break with the structure
absolutely.
and put your terrain down anywhere. The other thing it has is a couple of nice objective points already kind of built into the mat. I think these are kind of just crying out to be objective points.
You've got one down there as well, which is just, and again, it's not the same pattern, just duplicated. It's a completely different, I mean, it's the same, you can tell it's the same sort of structure in the map, but it's not been through the same weathering, through the same design.
So for me, I would have these as silos of nuclear weapons or something like that coming. I just like, I can see little flashy red lights and everything. So yeah, it's a really good mat. I'm very pleased. The quality of the mat is spot on. We've been having a play with it.
Yeah, I left this specifically clear so I could have a little roll, a little tease, a little check the elasticity and everything on it, and it's lovely, absolutely perfect, not a blemish.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff from P-Works. So P-Work Games.
P-Work War Games.
P-Work War Games.
Passionate Italian company.
Yeah, go and check out pworkwargames.com. Passionate guys from Italy who passionately created an awesome mat that I'm very passionate about.